Jason McDowell. Who's starting? Who's starting? Jason McDowell.
I wouldn't trade my family for the world, mostly because I don't know where I'd put it. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, welcome to my family Zoom call. I bet you didn't know that you were part of that today. At 6 o'clock, we started Family Zoom. We started Family Zoom back in the beginning of the pandemic. Let's take you back to March 2020. It feels like yesterday because everything time-wise is yesterday at this point. We started around March 23rd, and the big question is, why were we meeting? Did we meet beforehand? Were we meeting on a regular basis? No, but now we were. Every day at 6 o'clock, we would meet. But why? To connect with family, to check on relatives, to check on survival supplies. Remember when there was a toilet paper shortage? We would ask everyone, do you have toilet paper? Do you have toilet paper? Do you have toilet paper? We would ask everyone, do you have toilet paper? The other reason why is my grandmother is an extreme extrovert. She has to tell her stories and someone has to listen. So we would all get on at 6 o'clock every day and listen. 6 o'clock at night, stop everything. Let's do this. Now, the participants in Family Zoom, 4 generations of Family Zoom. The top generation, my grandmother, Sandra. The next generation, I like to call the aunts. That includes my mother, Sheila, and my aunts, Patty, Sharon, and Peggy. The next level is the cousins. This is where it gets more sparse. The cousins are myself, Chrissy, and Crystal. The fourth level down is the littles. The littles include Ren, Rylan, Landon, and eventually Jude. Now I say eventually Jude because Jude wasn't there on the first Zoom. He owes us some Zoom time because he didn't come in until around June. Now, he wasn't born on Zoom. We had requested it, but he was a little early for one Zoom or a little late for another Zoom. But we did actually Zoom from a hospital. We Zoomed everywhere. We Zoomed everywhere we possibly could. When we got around to Zoom 100, Zoom out 80 through 90, people were logging off Zoom early, so it was just the cousins sitting there. And we would sit there mostly so Crystal could finish making dinner. This is when I found out that my cousins and myself live 3 different lives. Chrissy has eaten dinner already by 6 o'clock. Crystal is making dinner at 6 o'clock, and I haven't even decided what I'm going to eat until after Family Zoom is over. We live 3 different lives, but we would sit there between like 6:50 and 7 and plan shenanigans. Because if you don't show up to Family Zoom, you get talked about. If you leave Family Zoom early, you get talked about. So we knew Family Zoom 100 was coming up, and we surprised all the aunts and my grandmother by the 3 of us having cake already and having balloons and celebrating the 100th Zoom. Meanwhile, my aunts and my grandmother were looking around like, well, we wanted to be in on this. Why didn't you let me know that but it's our 100th Zoom. So after that, they started catching on. We kept going through Zoom after Zoom. It got to October and things started getting a little stale. Now, I come from 3 generations of Toastmasters. I'm the 3rd generation of Toastmasters. My grandmother is a Toastmaster. My Aunt Patty is a Toastmaster. I am a Toastmaster. And what can we do better than anyone? We can run a meeting. So we started having agendas. We started having table topics. We started having prepared speeches. We started having PowerPoints to go through what we needed to talk about that day. Too much chatter was on our family chat, so we started taking that out and saying, just send bullet points, we'll add it to the PowerPoint, and you can speak about that when we get to it. So we had a full list of what was going on. We got to a point where it was Christmas time. My Aunt Sharon asked, so are we getting together for Christmas? Now, this was before there was a vaccine. This was before there was testing for COVID. So I said, I think this is good. And Aunt Sharon, I've spent more time with you this year than we would have spent together in the last 3 or 4 years. We'd spend an hour together during Christmas. We'd spend a couple hours here and there, Easter or a family get together. I've spent almost 250 hours with you. I think we're okay with not getting together for Christmas. Now we're getting around to another big moment in Zoom, and that was Zoom number 250. Now, Zoom 250, my cousins and I, again, if you don't show up, you get talked about and plans get made without you. We invited a mystery guest. The mystery guest turned off her camera, and we played, who is that mystery guest? It was like, what's my line? Who's the mystery guest? Mystery guests answered yes or no questions until they finally figured out that it was their neighbor from across the street that they grew up with, Dawn. She was there the entire time. So we had a mystery guest. We Zoomed everywhere. Eventually, we Zoomed from Disneyland. Eventually, we Zoomed from Walt Disney World. We Zoomed on the road. We've Zoomed recently camping. About a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, we Zoomed while my grandmother was going through the Panama Canal. We are a global Zoom family at this point. Luckily, the only place we haven't Zoomed from is the bathroom. We've been very good about not Zooming from the bathroom, although my little cousin, Ren, has this turtle that poops, and we watched that turtle poop for 15 minutes. It's a toy turtle, and we watched it eat sand and then do its business in the bathroom. It was weird, although I didn't expect to watch a full episode of Blue's Clues on Zoom either, but we've done that as well. We've celebrated birthdays, anniversaries, graduations. We've done just about everything you possibly can on Zoom. The question is always, who's starting? Tomorrow is our 789th Zoom. The question will happen at 6 o'clock. Who's starting? What have we learned from this, though? Why are we still doing this? We're still connected. We still get to spend time together. I've got to watch little Jude be not in family Zoom to being his own little person. I've got to watch Ren want to show me something and go, I'll be right back, okay? And then run back in and show me whatever drawing, whatever thing that she has, art project she's working on, and it's been great. We've been able to connect as a family. But my next question is, when do we stop? Can we stop at 1,000? How long does this marathon go on for? We'll keep running, and as long as we have Zoom, I guess, we'll just have to keep asking, who's starting? Madam Toastmaster.